Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Tom.
And this is
Cook TV. So, as we usually have some sort of food on set with us, we thought we'd make it a little bit of a game today. We have to try and eat sausages dipped in Nutella whilst discussing a serious political event. So, first of all, let's see what this tastes like.
chocolate covered sausage. We're going to see what it tastes like.
Right in there. Just
Wait for me. There you go, that's just a little yummy. Yeah. Not go well with that.
Not that bad.
So weird.
Right. So the political event we'll be discussing today is the death of Justice Antonin Scalia, who was a justice on...
Someone's taking a shit in a fucking metal tin. Tom.
No, don't do that.
It's so wrong. Look at that wobble. Fucking disgusting. How many sausages were there? 60, wasn't it?
Fucking loads. So he was a justice on the United States Supreme Court. Now, if you don't know why the Supreme Court is so important in America, it's because it discusses constitutional issues. So if you give me a minute, because I forgot to look up the case before we started. Fuck off, Steve. Fuck off, Steve. Steve!
Look if it's actually got on you.
Right, so there was a court
You make it taste worse.
Right, there was a case a couple of years ago that dealt with the issue of gay marriage. Whether gay marriage is constitutional, this is called Obergefell versus Hodge. And basically, the United States Supreme Court states whether or not this stuff is laws are constitutional, therefore allowed.
They call me Nutella Rambo.
And therefore allowed to be carried forward onto the Congress law and implemented across the country.
What's this all about?
The death of a justice on the Supreme Court.
How did he die?
No one quite knows yet. He was on a hunting vacation.
Someone shot him because they didn't like him.
He was found dead. He was an extremely conservative justice. I have his voting record.
He was found dead. A very important person in America who probably didn't agree with something, or did something wrong, or made a wrong choice, died. That's exactly what
I
happened.
have the article here.
Read it.
Scalia was the leading conservative voice on the court.
Mm-hmm.
His death will set off a mammoth fight over who should replace him in the heat of a presidential election cycle. So, it was thought that the next president would have to replace up to what,
My cheeks are really sticky.
Have to replace around 4 Supreme Court justices because they're getting really old and have to retire soon. And Mitch McConnell, I believe, is the Senate Republican leader. Yeah, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has said that they shouldn't, in order to appoint a.
This isn't nice, Tom.
It's not that bad, I thought.
It's so weird.
I don't think it was that bad.
Well, yeah. I need to get more thing for my drink.
Obviously, in order to appoint anything like an ambassador or Supreme Court judge. Oh, you're not doing it for my drink.
Why not?
Or Supreme Court judge, it has to pass through the Senate, and the Senate
Every Coca-Cola needs vinegar. So just a bit of, just to spice it up a bit. Ooh. Smell that?
No.
He really doesn't like vinegar.
Right, the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has basically said that Obama should not appoint a new Supreme Court justice until the next president has been elected. This is so he thinks that the Republicans are going to win the presidential race and therefore have another conservative judge on the panel, on the court, as well as then appointing.
That's fucking disgusting.
I knew it would be. As well as then appointing conservative justice in the future. I believe that Obama will basically have to abide by this because he needs the Senate's approval to appoint a new justice. But anyway, back to his voting record. Why? Just why? I think Scalia was one of the ones who voted for Citizens United. Then quickly Google that.
Why am I dipping every sausage in?
I'm just going to put it by here so I can see whether or not you're doing anything to my face.
Strange thing.
Do you fucking mind?
I could have done it again. Right, speed round, ready?
Yeah, right.
Go.
So no. So Scalia did vote for Citizens United, which basically gave citizens the same right as gave corporations the same right as citizens, and therefore allowing them to use their money in politics as freely as they like.
Dog's looking at me.
Basically,
Dog's looking at
I
me.
know the dog's looking at you. Basically,
Dog's looking at me.
I know the dog's looking at you
Oh, wow.
because you're eating food.
What? Who's sausage? Who's sausage?
Basically, it's really important.
Can't find it.
The reason
It's all right.
the reason it's so important that the reason it's so weird that he started this time is because the president don't mess with my laptop, Stephen. The president can't appoint a new one without getting approval from the Senate. The Senate has already said don't do that. That they will not. No, please, no, thank you. They will not approve. They will not approve a new justice regardless. And now because we're in an election year for the Americans. We're in an election year for the Americans. The new president could decide whether or not it will be a Liberal who's appointed to the Supreme Court or a Conservative, which then it can completely affect the entire country as decisions.
I just broke my fucking phone.
That was clever.
What's that?
As decisions hold precedent over anything that happens in America. It's not like over in Britain where we don't have that separation of powers to the same extent. In America, there's a clear separation of powers which act as checks and balances between the legislature and the executive. If Donald Trump is elected president, Lord knows who he will be putting forward to the Supreme Court. Speaking of Donald Trump, he won New Hampshire. We didn't make a video on that.
No, no. He's a cop. You don't waste our time, dickhead.
I know, but then Bernie Sanders also won New Hampshire. I would like to take this time to officially, as the political editor of this channel, to officially endorse Bernie Sanders for president. Not that we matter.
I'm the political editor for this channel. I pay for everything.
Yeah, but you're barely on here anymore.
But I still pay for everything. Like, what's that? Oh, the telly's running down my face.
Okay, yeah. So Bernie Sanders.
Look, it's actually running. It's so warm.
Obviously,
My cheeks look like they cried in the telly. Hey, look. It's like,
I was supporting Martin O'Malley, but he dropped out.
Who's he?
One of the ex-presidential candidates. I can't support Hillary Clinton because just goes through me. There's no one.
Sexist.
There's no one on the Republican side that I can envision supporting.
Sexist.
And I'm definitely not supporting Donald Trump. Is there anything you'd like to add to this video, Stephen?
It's really hard getting the tan off your cheeks.
Yes. So basically, Scalia has died. A new Chief Justice will have to be appointed.
Watch this, ready? I can throw this out and catch it in my hand.
And no one knows who it will be.
Wait.
I'm going to go on my laptop now.
2, 3.
That's fucking clever, wasn't it?
Now the dogs come in.
Is there anything you'd have to add to the remainder of this video, Stephen?
I got that one.
That was a good way to end the video.
Cut.
We need to lean forward and press pause. You're closer.
I'm the same distance.
You have longer arms.